That's compelling, baby. That's super compelling. Yeah. Yeah, that's
Okay,
super
hang on.
compelling. Wow.
I
Come
gotta
for
tell
the
ya.
coffee.
Good morning, it's Todd and Erin, morning stream at getparkdaily.com. The guys here drink their coffee, and they make it so strong you can eat it with a fork.
That's because they're hard-bitten newsmen.
That's right.
All of the crew here at the Todd and Erin morning stream are all TV people, and they're all used to
Fedoras.
staying up like 24 hours a day. And we're like, that doesn't seem natural. And they're like, no, it's fine. It's fine. So
Smoking
they're all like jittery
cigars.
all the time. It's really
Smoking
awesome.
cigars, wearing their fedoras,
They
making phone calls. What was that?
I'm not clear either. What were you?
Oh, never mind. That's like because.
Have you been drinking again?
Not
this
yet,
early?
but I'm planning to.
But of course, in this crew, you wouldn't be the only
No,
one.
not at all. Morning Cam, there you go. So once
Gorgeous today.
again, grandparents, old people are trying to make us look bad because that's what they do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sadly, yes.
Yeah.
All right. Well, there's a Nana named Mary.
Of course there is.
Just Mary. She blew everybody's mind. She was down at the Coalition Drum Shop in La Crosse, Wisconsin.
Uh-huh.
And she came in. She's adorable. And she was just kind of looking around and poking at stuff. And like all the young kids, were flipping their hair over their eye going, yeah, like, Nana, can I help you? And she was sat down, and it was a really pretty piece. It's a double bass pedal. It was a Gresh Catalina birch drum kit. Really nice.
If only we had some video on that.
And she did it like a boss. Look at her.
Oh my gosh.
She just
ripped into it?
Cleared out the
Oh.
store. I mean, she took everybody down. She's 83 years old.
Right.
And apparently she's been drumming her entire life. And she says, I live for this. To go into stores and like shock them all.
And the good thing is, in the nursing home, she can play there because everybody's deaf.
See?
So everybody's happy.
It's really, no one cares. It's going to be perfect
All right,
for everyone.
we're going to have visual aids for this next thing, so
Okay.
I want you to move your
I'll
stuff.
take my stuff
Okay,
out of the
so let me, first of all, I'm going to show you a picture of a hunter. And this is a gentleman who owns a hunting lodge thing where they go out. There he is. Nice guy.
Oh, one of the
evidently.
big game hunters.
51-year-old, and he takes people out and goes hunting.
And then shoots
them.
beautiful
Okay,
animals.
I am going to need
Yeah.
a demonstration here. All right, so, if you would, Erin. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right, sit down there.
All right, sure.
Right.
Yeah, okay,
got
gotcha.
it? All right.
What are we doing now?
So, first of all, don't try this at home, kids. So, let's see. And then that's...
Ooh, a dramatic reenactment as
and
drawn
then,
by Todd. What is that?
It's an elephant.
Oh, is that okay?
Okay.
Sure.
And
You're
then,
drawing it upside down. I can't help but be a little impressed
and
by
his
that.
tail. Okay, so this is the elephant. Okay, and his tusks, like that. All right, so, and over here is the hunter. Okay, and he's got a gun in his hand.
Okay.
So, hunter found the elephant, okay? Oh, I gotta wipe it off now. Okay. And then the elephant, he shot the elephant, okay? He shot the
Aw.
elephant. So
Why do you have to shoot an elephant?
here's the
Aren't-
guy.
Aren't they
like
still
this.
endangered?
And then here's the elephant
Yeah.
on top of him, like that. So there's a
He shot the elephant
there's
and
a
it
leg.
landed on
So
him?
if you notice, there's a gravitational pull to the ground by the elephant pushing down on top of this guy here, who got a little messed up like that. Okay, so I think it's all pretty clear that the elephant actually lost, but the elephant won as well.
I'm going down, but I'm taking you with me.
I'm going to put my initials on this in case it becomes famous.
That's beautiful, honey.
And
Really.
there you go. So that's basically what happened.
I feel a little guilty laughing, but that really is, you have to admit, that's a pretty epic karmic cycle.
Yeah, it takes a lot of people
It's a relatively quick one, too.
to shoot elephants and then blah.
Like I killed an elephant. Yeah, I know.
All right, so coming up, we're going to talk about Spanish fork. Spanish Fork, and no, actually, and some other stuff too, but we're going to have the news coming up.
Oh, yeah, let's talk to Daisy. She's in the Gephardt Daily Newsroom. It's brought to you by Columbus Travel. Make sure you sign up for their weekly newsletter. Amazing rates and deals, columbusvacations.com. Also, our friend March down at Executive Transportation, the official limo service of the Todd and Erin morning stream, 801-874-8208. And, of course, by All Seasons Plumbing, Heating, All Utah Plumbing, Heating, and Air. This is the time to call John for your air conditioner because we're getting up to 85 this weekend. Daisy, what's going on today?
Good morning, Todd and Erin. Hello, happy Tuesday, everyone. Here's what's making news this morning on GephardtDaily.com. 4 people are in custody after what appears to be an early morning carjacking attempt in West Valley City. Investigators told Gephardt Daily a man was sitting in his car near 4700 South, 400 West, when 4 people pulled him from his vehicle and hit him in the face with a brick. The suspects, 3 men and a woman, tried to drive off, but were stopped short when the carjacking victim slammed his car into theirs. They took off running, but were captured by police a short while later. The discovery of a human body in the basement of a Spanish Fork home may have solved a 29-year-old missing persons case. Peggy Sue Case vanished in 1988, her disappearance baffling friends, family, and law enforcement alike. Monday, her apparent remains were discovered buried in the basement of the very home which she was living in at the time she vanished. Police had long believed Case had been murdered. She was last seen on July 9th, 1988. Now, I know I had some harsh words from Mother Nature last week when she offered up snow in the forecast, but today I'm cutting her some slack as the forecast this week is simply delightful. Expect sunny skies with highs in the mid-80s the next couple of days. Temperatures dip just a tad Thursday with highs around 72. That's it for now. More headlines 24/7 at GephardtDaily.com.
You know what we should have? We should have Daisy come in.
Yeah.
Daisy, come on in.
Of course, everybody's heard by now about the explosion in Manchester, England last night. It was at an Ariana Grande concert. A lot of teenagers, a lot of little kids there. A lot of children maybe seeing their first big concert without parents. And I've always loved Manchester because always seemed to me like the working class city. Like everyone's tough. Manchester United always has the most hardcore fans. I mean, they're all covered in tattoos. I mean, it's like a really strong little city.
Yeah, Oasis are from Manchester. It's known as it's about 3 hours from London.
It's just horrible, and the death toll is up to 22, I believe now.
Yeah, I think it's 22 dead and 60 injured by the sound of it.
What is the response like in England? Because I know that I used to love reading about World War II, and they had all of the bombings and the Blitz attacks, and how all the British seemed to like really come together, like when they had to send all the children out of London, and like so many farming families, and everybody stood up and said, "We can take the kids. We'll take care of your children like our own until it's over." It just seems like that's like a really strong British sort of mindset. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, the British people are expert at finding order in chaos, basically. So when this news came out initially yesterday, of course, at first you have, people, perhaps panicking and wanting to know more about what happened. But at the same time, there's a British stoicism which comes out almost immediately. If I'm looking at Facebook or whatever, there was a quote yesterday which actually I read a few times because it seemed obvious that, in the aftermath of what happened, you had the emergency responders going right in with extreme bravery, and you had cab drivers saying, I'm going to the scene, I'm going to pick up, if there's a little, if there's
whoever. Just grab them.
Needs help.
And then I think
take you home.
there were also hashtags for if you need somewhere to stay in Manchester, And the quote was, you said this was from,
This is from Fred Rogers.
Yeah,
Mr. Rogers.
When I was a boy and I would see scary things in the news, my mother would say to me, "Look for the helpers. You will always find people who are helping."
And that to me is so moving because this was a shrapnel-based bomb, and so for people to go racing in,
and they didn't know if there was another one. Like the marathon bombing in Boston.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
I think you're right. That was the word I think I was looking for, is stoicism. That seems like such a British thing, like, we can do this.
Yeah, we will get through it. And, at the same time, just kind of acknowledge the horror of someone,
Todd and I were talking about this, and it seems like this is really going to stop concerts, and that people will start doing this more in a virtual sense.
Yeah, we were talking about like
pay-per-view,
and you get all your family or your friends together, and together you all watch it, and it takes a huge amount out of the experience of going to a concert, a live concert.
It feels like it's designed to separate us more.
Yes.
Right.
There was one thing, though, that I thought was beautiful. I was talking to one of my girlfriends last night who's Muslim, and I said, is there anything that you use as comfort right now? And she said the hardest thing for us is the Quran is perverted. And there's one line that she gave me that was beautiful from the Quran that says, whoever kills an innocent life, it is as he has killed all of humanity. And she said, that's what we feel like when this happens. And so I guess for anybody of faith, that's really exceptionally painful to know that what you believe in could be perverted like that.
Well, and also for anyone, for some people, a concert like that, or an art exhibition, or things like that are people's churches too. You may not be religious in the conventional sense, but when you have something like that, that's in a way a church for young people. Is going to listen to music, and
you're absolutely right.
What's being attacked here? I mean,
and for an art family like yours, that's got to be exceptionally hard, because you're right. That is everything that you believe in, and it's like, and now it's being attacked as well.
And what's weird about it too, or different about it, is the fact that they've made an arrest and they figure the bomber died and stuff, and I don't really care about that. I don't care about details because it's like, it's what happened is what happened, and I spend my energy on that and hoping that those people are okay. But who the guy was, where he made the bomb, I just don't care because the initial thing is so huge, All right, well, thanks very much.
Yeah, absolutely. Love you guys too. Talk to you in a little while.
Well, many strengths and positive energies, love, prayers, everything that in us that is good goes out to Manchester today. And knowing the base of everybody here in Utah and how passionate we are in terms of love and drawing together, I hope you're all doing the same thing, and I'm pretty sure you are.
Now, I've been seeing on Facebook, to change gears, people evidently want to go to dinner. We've been thanking people for tuning in. And we have no idea why you're doing this, but
we appreciate it, though.
Oh, but if you could share it, if you could share the show so we can annoy more people. If you like the show, go ahead, and if you didn't like it, do it anyway, because your friends, it's a really bad trick to play on them.
You know what? If you go to Get Part Daily, there's a link to Christopher's you can go on. I was noodling around with this yesterday. They have something called an Insiders Club. It's 25% off your first meal.
At Christopher's?
Yeah, you get free dinner on your birthday. It's 15% off every time you go. There's free parking. All you have to do is sign up.
And it's a beautiful place.
And so I printed it off and I took it in and I gave it to them. I said, here is your insider's card.
That's very cool.
It's probably the only place I get to be an insider, so it was very exciting. So you can sign up right there on our Facebook page or on Get Part Daily or on Get Part Approved. Just like, comment, and share under the show today. You're entered to win, and that also is not only dinner for four at Christopher's, but a limo ride from Executive Transportation, so you do not have to worry about a designated driver.
That's cool.
Picks you up, drops you off. Life is good.
So just go ahead and share the show as well.
And thank you so much. We do appreciate it.
All right. So I want to talk about Tooele.
Now, I think this is like the sleaziest thing ever, because, I mean, I go to our son's high school website all the time because you're checking stuff out, like what time's the game, are we supposed to pick him up from school?
Right.
So for a bunch of Tooele parents who are attempting to do the same thing, they were greeted with an eye full of lingerie and assorted...
So let me go backtrack on this. So some of they lapsed on re-signing up on their domain.
Okay, that's how it happened.
TooeleHigh.org. And so someone evidently thought, hey, why not do that? So they went and did it, and they put up women in negligees. And I understand not so racy, but still.
It's actually a fairly common thing. What they do is they find domains that have been used. It might slip, so they grab it, and then they put up something that is kind of like, especially for a conservative website.
I just wanted the soccer schedule.
Because it makes it highly motivating for the former owners to come back and go, can we buy that back from you? Like, yeah, for triple the price.
Well, they wanted to sell it to them for $9,800, which...
It's a high school in Tooele, people.
How did you come up with $9,800? Well, why not just round it off to $10,000?
I guess I hadn't thought of that.
$9,800. Is there significance behind that? We do not know. Well, it has now gone to a hotel site, a booking hotel site. Okay. So I don't know if there's a strategy where you keep moving it and moving it and moving it, so they can't get like arrested or something or
you
fined.
didn't remember the ominous thing when WhiteHouse.com was hijacked?
Oh, right.
And it went to a porn site?
not good.
Yeah, I learned that because I was doing some homework with one of my kids online. That was super.
That's not good.
So, yeah.
So when we went to sign up and get our domain, we just wanted to do toddanderin.com. Toddanderin.com. Seems simple, doesn't it? Mm-hmm. No, there's a couple. Todd and Erin. Are they in Seattle?
No, they're down in California, and I hope you break up. I hope you break up and stop singing.
So it'll just be Todd.com.
Because I'm really tired of you taking all of the domain names.
So we have to go Todd
Because
Erin.
you have like 13 friends, and it's killing me.
And we have like 14.
And we have one more than you.
So yeah, so anyway, so 9,000. Maybe they should do GoFundMe or something.
9,800. That seems like you're right, like random. I'm not sure why.
But you can get them back. It's just really expensive and it takes a lot of time. And they said we're not going to do that. So now they'll be like TuilahiRocks.com.
Tualahi is super special. We hope you like it.
.org.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. All right, very good. All right, so what do we have coming up?
Columbus Travel. This is really cool. I was looking at this the other day because my girlfriend Karen, this is embarrassing because we're supposed to know everything. She just put $1 down for that cruise to Cuba, and I'm not joking. I want to go on that so bad. My fillings hurt. You have got to, I mean, in my teeth, they're like vibrating. I want to go that badly. Because it's amazing. You cruise down to Cuba, and you get to stay on board the ship.
It's a person?
Yeah, because there's only certain ways that you can do tourism in Cuba. So you go in, and then you get to meet people. You get to go to Havana, which is basically frozen in time in the 50s. You get to walk around and get to know. I mean, this is really like a mysterious part of the continent that none of us have had.
If you're not aware, the mobsters, American mobsters were in there running casinos and all this stuff, and then Castro came in, and he kicked everyone out.
It was amazing. Yeah. So, I mean, it's a perfect time. If you want to sign up, just go to columbusvacations.com. I know this one's going to fill up, but they always have these weekly specials. You can find something amazing. You are going on a vacation this summer, whether you like it or not. columbusvacations.com.
All right, coming up next, you love turkey for Thanksgiving, and now it's time for them to love you back. That's coming up next.
Merit Medical. Why work for fast food wages when you can start at Merit for a whole lot more? Merit Medical. Great products, great people, a great company. Learn more at merit.com/careers. The law offices of Robert J. DeBry and Associates, with offices in Salt Lake City, Sandy City, and St. George. Check them out at robertdebry.com. The Todd and Erin Morning Stream is actually available anytime at gephardtdaily.com. Just click on the Todd and Erin page.
You know you're stirring your coffee with your pen, right?
Yeah, we're out of spoons. You can't use these pens because they got too many cracks and nooks and crannies in them.
All right, well that's good. Oh look, it was the morning grown.
Very
Traffic
nice.
looked very nice, so that's good.
All right, so turkey stories. Here you go.
Well, this is my favorite because if you remember from a couple of weeks ago, we had the most adorable story ever. It was a woman who had raised this little gosling into a goose, and I guess she had gone away for a year, came back, and the goose remembered her. And like to this day, everybody here in the newsroom goes, "Ah!" and tries to imitate this adorable goose because it's just howling its love for this woman. It's the cutest thing ever. But now... That was troubling, guys. But we can see you, this goose, and raise you. All right, we're going to stop this now.
I'm back.
Albert the turkey and his girlfriend Princess were rescued for last year's Thanksgiving dinner by a Hollywood producer, Brent.
Oh.
So basically he decided to just stick them in his backyard in Beverly Hills, which the neighbors must love. And he's quite demanding. He hugs his human. He takes a dip in the backyard pool. Brent's his German Shepherd is extremely jealous.
Oh.
But nothing matters because basically Albert is the bird.
Oh.
He is the bird of the year, and
Somebody's giving him the bird.
And he absolutely adores Brent, his owner, and
they're like that.
He's
though.
hysterical.
Turkeys are like that.
Because you actually worked on a farm when you were in college.
I worked on a dairy farm next to my college up in Unity, yeah, and there's 350 students, wildlife management, forestry, and the such.
So you can see how he ended up in stand-up comedy and you know.
So I lived on the
podcasting.
farm, and they had before free range was known. They just called it no cage, and they were running around everywhere, and all the chickens and stuff, and the turkeys, for some reason, took an affection towards me, and would come and like sit at my feet everywhere I went. If I stopped, they'd sit there. And then we realized we could use that for evil, and so I had a roommate. And what I'd do is I'd take Cheerios, and I'd make a row of Cheerios up to his sleeping head in his bed, and I'd open the door.
And then you'd stick some on his chest, wouldn't you? So
And
that
and there were like 3 turkeys would run in because they know what's going on, and they eat all the Cheerios, and they get to my friend's face, and they're like, da 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 da. We didn't have cable.
That's so exceptionally mean-spirited.
I think it's just awesome.
Anyway, congratulations for Albert the turkey. I think that's very beautiful, and I'm so happy for you.
And
But now-
November's just around the corner.
What's wrong with you?
Well, he's gonna pass
No,
away.
he's going to
from
be
natural
swimming in the
causes.
pool and getting a tan on Thanksgiving.
Okay. All right.
Honestly. Oh, Utah baby names. This was kind of cool. We never really looked at names when we named any of the kids, did we?
No.
I mean, Zachary and McLean, they were like, boom, they came out of nowhere. Although I did find out later that you suggested Zachary because it had been one of your chickens.
I had
when
a
you were
pet
child.
chicken. And Ebenezer. Zachary and Ebenezer.
Thank God we didn't name McLean Ebenezer. I guess I should be happy for small favors.
They used to ride on the handlebars of my bike, which didn't make me peculiar at all.
So this is basically the barnyard animal segment of the podcast today.
It is.
That's great. Anyway,
Some baby names.
most popular Utah baby names of 2016. Now, let's see how you match up. Male
Okay.
names. Oliver. Oh my God, look at the baby. Sorry, I'm back to
These are
work.
generic, non-copywritten pictures of babies.
Of course. Okay, most popular name in Utah for a boy last year, Oliver. Number 2 was William. Number 3 was
Wait,
Liam.
I'm letting it soak in.
Liam.
Oliver.
Oh, I like that one.
Oliver's cute.
Liam. And then James was number 4.
Liam?
Uh-huh. Liam, the Irish name Liam. Then James, and then Henry rounded out the top 5. For women, for little girls.
Wait. Henry.
Yeah.
Oliver.
Yeah.
Oliver's better than Henry. Don't you think?
I had a friend who was actually quarterback of the University of Utah football team, and his name was Homer. And he said, I've never loved my parents for that. He said, there's no good name for men that starts with an H. And I was trying to think, Howard, Homer,
Howard,
Henry.
don't judge people.
Oh, well, he's the one who had to live with Homer his whole life.
You know
it
why
seems like he gets a choice.
You know why Erin is making fun of people's names? It's because she doesn't have a middle name.
I can't believe you brought
And
that up.
she's the first. And they didn't have enough energy at that point to give her a middle name.
I come from a family of 6 kids. I'm lucky I got
All
a first name
her
at this point.
siblings have middle names, except for her. You know what the problem with
What
this-
is wrong with you today? Why are you so mean to me?
I think it's I don't make mean. I'm sorry.
All right,
You
for
saw
girls.
that. Wait. I was when I was given the name
I was provoked.
Todd. No one else was named Todd. And you know what it's like
Todd with 2
to
Ds.
go to tourist attractions and go into the store and never find your name on a belt or a keychain.
That was me too.
It's just horrible. That's kind of why I'm like I am now.
No, there's
Never,
many
there's
reasons.
never a Todd.
No, there's many reasons for you being the way you are.
Girls.
All right, most popular girl names in Utah. Number 1, Olivia. Isn't that interesting? Oliver for boys, and then Olivia for
Olivia
girls.
Newton-John.
I like Olivia. It's Livy, Liv. You could use a lot of different ones. Emma is number 2.
Emma
That is
Thompson.
adorable.
Emma Thompson.
Charlotte.
Charlotte's
Very
Web.
pretty. Evelyn was number 4.
Evelyn.
That's really,
Not,
you could be Evie
Evelyn,
or...
nothing. I got
No, it's
nothing.
elegant though. I like that. And then Harper was number 5.
Harper. I got nothing on that one either.
It's interestingly, number 7th most popular name for girls was Hazel. Now,
Hazel. Wait.
My grandmother was named Hazel, and even then she went, "Don't name your kid Hazel." And I went, "Really? Are you sure?" She goes, "Don't name your kid Hazel after me. Don't do it."
Okay, so this is like hazelnut. If you remember, a long time ago, if you're older, there was a show where the maid's name was Hazel, and she was wacky.
She was one of those smart talking, kind of like Alice, like in the Brady Bunch kind of things.
Is that it?
That's great. Yeah,
Is that all the names? Olivia. I think Olivia's beautiful.
I like Oliver too.
All right, so tell me something good time.
I love this one.
All right, now wait a minute. Before we do this, these always start out really tragic and then
No.
they turn nice. Does this one do the same?
This one's only tragic because in Thailand, being a stray pet is a very dangerous thing. Cats and dogs are used for food a lot of
In
times.
some cases.
And it can be extremely precarious being a stray animal there. Well, there is one woman, her name is Aranoan, and she wanted to make like a little shelter for stray pets in her village. And so she kind of cut a deal with people. Look, I'll feed the village dogs. Just, they're not bugging you. Just let me feed them, and we'll have a little shelter for them. Well, there was one that I absolutely fell in love with, and that's Tuapu. He was one of the stray dogs, and it took her, she said, about 5 weeks to convince him to come up and coax him. And
Oh, he's just
hey, come
very
on, have
shy
some
and
food. I've got some
skittish.
stuff. And so the first time he ate and then he ran away. The next day he came, he brought her a little piece of paper and he put it down by her feet and then he went over to eat something. And she says every time he comes to eat now, he'll offer a gift before he eats.
Like there's like a stick.
Yeah, she says sometimes he gives me a leaf or a flower or a piece of paper and then he'll offer it to her with a politely wagging tail before receiving his bowl of rice.
What?
Now, the coolest thing about this is because this Twa is such a beautiful little dog, the word's gotten out and she started to receive funding for her shelter. And she's had literally thousands of offers to adopt Twa and
From around the world.
and from several of the other pets from her little shelter. So
That's crazy cool.
I've never heard of that ever in my life. I've seen cats who are like, here's some mice. I've kind of already pre-chewed them for you, but I've never seen a dog offer a gift before.
Wait.
Cats,
You said
cats,
you said pre-chew a mouse, and yet when I say turkey for Thanksgiving, you got upset.
a mouse is different than a turkey named Albert.
Ah, there we go.
No, but I'm just saying cats.
Selective caring
just
of
saying-
animals.
I'm just saying that cats will offer a gift traditionally, or what they view as a gift, but I've never heard of a dog doing that. And the fact that he does it like his payment, I thought was the most lovely thing in the world. I thought,
All right, here's an animal you can hate. It's actually an insect, and it's coming up next. Do you like ticks?
oh, great.
It's coming up next.
We're brought to you this morning by Executive Transportation. Elegant service, professional style. Go to executiveutah.com. And All Utah Plumbing. Your home deserves the best. 24-hour emergency service at allutahplumbing.com. And by Columbus Travel, the best travel deals on the planet. Be sure to take advantage of our April sale. columbusvacations.com. Did you know you can catch the Todd and Erin morning stream any time of the day or night on Facebook, YouTube, and SoundCloud, and GephardtDaily.com.
Oh, it's the spring runoff.
Be careful.
The spring
what
runoff
we're
means
gonna
that,
say.
yeah, there's a lot of anxiety.
Well-
People are going out this weekend and camping and everything, and it's that thing of where you don't watch and all of a sudden there's problems.
That's why you have to look out for danger in the outdoors. You have to look out for bears. You have to look out for squirrels.
Why squirrels?
Rabid squirrels, nut
Really?
eating.
Are there a lot of those?
Yeah. And the bears, I always love the bear sign that's stapled to the picnic table. And you're sitting there trying to eat, and you keep looking down going, oh, I'm going to be eaten. And there's another thing, ticks. Ticks are a big thing. Because our boys got a tick on them, and I was at our cabin. I drove down to Home Depot, and I got a phone call from Erin freaking out because my son had a tick.
Oh no, this kid's got blood like corn syrup. Anything that flies, bites, or stings is going to get him. But they thought he had Rocky Mountain spotted tick fever.
May I jump in here? You thought.
No, the
they
doctors
had some
thought.
exotic thing.
No, the doctors thought he had Rocky Mountain
Okay.
spotted tick fever.
You know, there's something worse now.
But what is it now?
Well, first of all, it's comes from Atlanta, and they have discovered a new
Great.
strain of ticks that can carry just like Lyme disease and stuff. But now they can carry something else called Powassan virus. Right there, Powassan virus.
Powassan virus, yeah.
Yeah, I know my science. Just not
Oh,
words.
that's great.
Yeah, and they said, if you go camping, you got to take your things. You have to do tick checks on each other, which
It's
is
like
basically taking your clothes off and spinning around slowly.
It's a more serious, more deadly version of Lyme disease. It can cause meningitis, that's the infection of the brain, encephalitis, and also associated with a fever, vomiting, and weakness. Well, that's inspiring. That's got to make, and I've always loved their things like wear light-colored pants and tuck them into your socks. Do you do that when you're out hiking in 300-degree weather? I'm just curious.
Shorts, right.
Yeah,
And for guys, it's harder, especially if you're really hairy, because they hide. They hide. That's why I usually find them up here. Mm-hmm. They crawl up your body.
Oh.
Slowly.
Okay, we don't have to talk about it anymore.
They get into your ear.
Okay, we don't have to talk about that anymore.
Do you know how deer, how ticks grab a hold of deer? Because you would think, how would they do that, right? Well, I am another demonstration for you. I'm a tick. I'm sitting on a branch, and all I do is I hang with my little sharp little things, and they hang off the branch like this. forever. And they wait till a deer comes by and brushes my arms. And next thing you know, I'm riding a deer.
You do that again, please.
I could use the whiteboard and draw you a picture.
Don't. That's okay. That was good.
And
though.
so they sit there and they hang out. They don't chase them. They just wait till they come by. And the chances of deer coming by that this could hang on to
That's
it.
like the eternal hopeful. It's
really
kind of like a
is.
tick optimism.
No wonder they carry diseases. They're so ticked off. By the time they get to a human, they just ticked off.
Oh, this is sad. We're not known really for breaking news here on the podcast. Out there in the newsroom, they are. But this just barely came in.
Wait. Let me do this. Dun, 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 dun. Breaking news.
If you loved James Bond, Sir Roger Moore,
right?
He just passed away at the age of 89.
Oh,
like they literally just released this. That's such a bummer. He was a UNICEF Goodwill Ambassador, and spent a lot of time actually in the Middle East, being, as I imagine, suave because he was Roger Moore. But
he was Roger Moore.
Yeah, just very and he was married to the same woman for like
Ever.
40 years, which is like impossible in Hollywood.
Right.
He was knighted by the Queen. Lovely guy.
And he was a great James Bond.
I know, he was horribly suave.
Yeah. And he got
Really?
the girl. But then again, what James Bond movie don't they?
No, they all get
Then always
the girl.
one person ends up dead, and then that's the whole motivation for anger and revenge.
Well, it's interesting because they're having some real questions right now in the Bond empire about who's going to be the next one. Tom Hiddleston was in for a while, but dating Taylor Swift seemed to have screwed that up. Thanks so much, Taylor. You suck. Anyway, number 2 was Idris Elba. And that was kind of cool. He just barely starred in Ron Howard's The Gunslinger. It was part of the Stephen King trilogy.
Right.
So that one's supposed to be huge. And the other one, they had basically offered literally like, I think it was something unimaginable, like $33 million per movie if he would just agree to do the next 3.
And he doesn't want
and
to.
And he was like, I've been blown up. You've done things to me. He says, I just don't want to do this anymore. But like $33 million a picture. But he said, I can't. I just don't want to do it anymore. So it's interesting. It'll be fun to see who actually gets it.
Carrot Top.
There was some question about Tom Hardy, who I think would be good.
Carrot Top.
You think?
The comedian.
Yeah.
He should be Bond.
Because he's totally roided out now, so he'd be
Oh,
super,
that's right. No, he can't be now.
No.
Yeah.
Probably not him.
Yeah. Okay.
They usually stick with the British guy because he's,
Do they? It's so. Oh, that's right.
British. Why not a female Bond?
That could be really interesting.
Well, think about Angelina Jolie. She would rock as a female Bond.
Disliked. Well, the critics dislike Ghostbusters because of the all-female cast.
That actually wasn't the critics. Those were all the trolls. They're the ones who all went
That is
online
the
and they did that.
critics.
No, they did. The trolls did this whole huge online campaign against the female Ghostbusters movie.
Yeah.
And they were basically the ones that went on Rotten Tomatoes and they flooded all the rating sites and just tanked it before it even came out.
I want you to picture
and that's
something.
Why people didn't go.
I want to picture someone in boxers, okay? Scruffy face, and fingers covered with orange from the Cheetos in a darkened room with old furniture because it's a basement of their mom's house. That's them.
Free rent. They just
That's
mow the
them.
lawn. Yeah.
That's them.
Pretty much that is. And that's what happened. That's how fast the trolls can ruin something like that now.
With the internet and all the stuff that's going on, it's really hard to impress kids. It's really hard to surprise any kids because they play the games. They see everything. They're out there. Nothing to impress. Well, there is something that will impress people, especially if you're eating lunch on Italian Day, and then these guys show up.
La donna è nobile, ma al fiume il vento muta d'accento e di pensiero. Sempre un amabile, leggiadro viso,
He's got a great voice.
pianto e viso, e menzognero.
That is so fun.
La donna
Well,
è
thanks. Oh, it gets worse. I mean, better.
Oh,
So anyway, thanks for joining us today. It's a Todd and Erin
An
morning
opera
stream.
flash mob.
I know.
How much cooler do you get?
On GetPartDaily.com.
e di pensier e di pensier. Fortunatissimo per verità, fortunatissimo posso parlare